Welcome back, everybody, to another deep dive. I am so excited for this one. We're going to be talking about silicone bodysuits and how they're transforming the world of cross-dressing.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, it should be really, really cool. We're going to be looking at an article called Embracing Transformation, the Benefits of a Silicone Full Bodysuit for Crossdressers. And just from glancing through it, it's incredible how far this technology has come.
Yeah, I think the thing that struck me the most is how realistic these suits have become. It's not just about wearing clothes anymore. It's like embodying a whole new form.
Right. It's about feeling like you're in the body that truly represents who you are inside. And speaking of that, the article talks a lot about how these suits create a super convincing feminine form.
Definitely one of the biggest things is how silicone technology has advanced to the point where they can mimic the nuances of human skin. And I mean, we're talking everything, texture, pores, subtle color variations, even body temperature.
It's wild. It's like they've taken the idea of a second skin and cranked it up to 11. And they talk about anatomical accuracy too, like well-defined curves, realistic breasts, hips, buttocks, everything sculpted to create a believable silhouette.
And that's key, right? It's not just about adding padding. It's about recreating the natural weight distribution and volume of a woman's body.
Totally. And the article specifically mentions how they achieve realistic breast weighting so they actually move and bounce like natural tissue.
Yeah, it's those little details that really make a difference, both in how the suit feels to wear and how it moves with the body.
And on that note, they talk a lot about the convenience of these suits, too.
Yeah.
Compared to traditional methods of cross-dressing with all the layers and separate pieces, a one-piece solution seems like a total game changer.
Oh, absolutely. The convenience is a huge factor. Imagine instead of spending hours on makeup and prosthetics, you can slip into one of these suits and bam, you're transformed in minutes.
It's like unlocking a whole new level of freedom to express your femininity, whether it's for a special occasion or just everyday life.
Exactly. And they even talk about how the suits often have integrated skin tones and features, so you don't even need as much makeup.
So it's not just about saving time. It's about streamlining the whole process and making everything look more natural and effortless.
Couldn't agree more.
But of course, we can't forget about the way the suit feels. It can't just look real, it has to feel real too.
Oh, for sure. The article emphasizes that over and over again, the weight and the feel are crucial for creating an authentic experience.
It's really cool how they've managed to get that realistic weight without making the suits uncomfortable.
The secret's in the silicone they use. It has to be soft and pliable enough to move naturally, but also dense enough to have a realistic weight and drape.
Makes sense. They're always talking about advances in silicone tech, lighter materials, more durable, more skin-like, so you can wear these suits for longer without feeling uncomfortable.
It really is incredible how far they've come.
It's not just about looking a certain way. It's about feeling a certain way, right? Aligning your external appearance with your internal sense of self. It's going to be an amazing feeling.
Absolutely. And that feeling is enhanced by all the other features they've incorporated: breathability, stretchability, adjustable elements, all to ensure a comfortable and personalized fit.
It's like finding the perfect pair of shoes, They got to look good, but they got to feel good too.
Exactly. And just like with a great pair of shoes, when you have a bodysuit that fits well and feels comfortable, it makes all the difference in how confident and at ease you feel when expressing yourself.
And speaking of expression, we haven't even touched on the fashion possibilities yet. Imagine having a realistic feminine form that opens up a whole new world of wardrobe choices.
The article goes into detail about that, how dresses, skirts, blouses, they all just fit and drape so much better when worn over a form that complements their design.
It's like having a blank canvas for fashion creativity. And it's not just about how the clothes look, it's how they move and feel right. Those integrated features like realistic breasts and hips create a much more natural flow and movement to the fabric.
Exactly. And that attention to detail extends to even the most revealing outfits like swimsuits or lingerie. It's about giving people the freedom to express their femininity however they choose without limitations.
And that freedom must be incredibly empowering to be able to wear whatever you want and feel confident and beautiful. It's like these suits are giving people the tools to really own their personal style.
I think that's a really beautiful way to put it. It's like technology meeting self-discovery in a really powerful way.
But all this innovation and artistry comes at a cost, right?
Yeah.
These suits must be a pretty big investment.
That's true. They can be expensive. But the article also talks about durability and longevity as being key factors. So if you care for them properly, they're designed to last for years.
It's like an investment in yourself, both financially and emotionally. Okay, so more accessible and affordable suits. Sign me up. Where do we even begin with these advancements?
Well, one of the biggest game changers has been 3D molding. It's completely revolutionized how these suits are designed and manufactured.
3D molding. Okay, I'm picturing like a digital blueprint of the human form, and then boom, you have this incredibly detailed and precise suit. Is that kind of how it works?
Pretty much. They can create suits that are more anatomically accurate and fit way better than ever before.
So what kind of details are we talking about here? Like what makes these 3D molded suits so special?
I mean, think ultra-thin edges for a completely seamless look against the skin. Like, you can't even tell where the suit ends and your skin begins. And the skin textures are insane. They can replicate pores, wrinkles, even tiny imperfections. It's crazy realistic.
Wow. Okay, now I'm really picturing it. So lifelike skin breathable design's a perfect fit. It all sounds pretty high tech though. Hasn't 3D molding always been kind of expensive?
It has, but that's the really exciting part. The technology is becoming more and more accessible. As they streamline production and find ways to make it more efficient, the cost is going down. So these incredible transformations are within reach for more people than ever before.
That's awesome. It's like they're democratizing self-expression,
Yeah.
giving everyone the chance to explore and embrace their true selves.
Exactly. And the materials themselves are evolving too. We're talking new silicone blends that are lighter, more durable, and even more skin-like.
So more realistic, more comfortable, and longer lasting. All thanks to these new materials. It's a win-win-win.
It really is.
Can you give me some examples though? Like how have these new silicone blends actually improved the experience of wearing these suits?
Well, for one, the texture is unbelievable. It's almost impossible to tell the difference between the silicone and real skin. It's so soft and supple, and it moves with your body so naturally,
Mm.
and it reacts to temperature, too. It warms up to match your body heat, so it feels even more authentic.
It's like they've thought of everything to make the experience as real and comfortable as possible. And with the added durability, it makes these suits a much more practical option for people who want to express themselves more regularly.
Exactly. And it's not just about the practical aspects. There's a whole emotional and psychological side to wearing these suits that we haven't really touched on yet.
Right. The article definitely hints at that. It talks about the profound impact these suits can have on an individual's sense of self. I'd love to hear your take on that.
Yeah. Well, the article tells this really powerful story about a crossdresser who described wearing a silicone bodysuit for the first time. And they said it was like finally seeing themselves reflected in the mirror the way they always felt inside. That feeling of alignment between your internal identity and your external appearance, it can be incredibly powerful.
I bet. Like all the pieces of yourself finally clicking into place.
Exactly. And that sense of wholeness can have such a positive ripple effect on all areas of your life. It can boost your confidence, your self-esteem, even your relationships with others. It's about embracing your true self and letting that authenticity shine through in everything you do.
It's like these suits are transforming more than just people's bodies. They're transforming their entire outlook on life.
That's what I find so fascinating about this whole topic. It goes way beyond clothes and technology. It's about self-discovery, self-acceptance, having the courage to live authentically.
But okay, let's shift gears for a minute. What do you think is next for this field? What kind of advancements are you most excited about?
Well, one area with huge potential is developing even more advanced materials that can mimic human skin even better. Like, imagine materials that not only look real, but also respond to touch and temperature just like our skin.
Whoa, that would be insane. It would make it almost impossible to tell the difference between the artificial and the real. Are there any specific advancements in the works that you're particularly excited about?
There's some amazing research happening right now in bioprinting. It's basically using 3D printing to create living tissues. It's still early days, but the possibilities are mind-blowing. Like, imagine custom-designed silicone bodysuits that are actually integrated with living cells.
Wait, what? That's like straight out of science fiction. A bodysuit that not only looks and feels like real skin, but can heal and regenerate itself. That's wild. But for now, we're still in the silicone era and exploring its transformative potential. What's the one big takeaway you want our listeners to walk away with from this deep dive?
I think the most important thing to remember is this technology is giving us incredible new ways to explore and express our identities, whether it's silicone bodysuits or something else entirely. We have the power to shape our own stories and challenge the norms. The key is to use this power wisely with a focus on inclusivity, authenticity, and self-acceptance.
I love that. It's a powerful reminder that technology is just a tool. It's up to us to decide how we use it to create the world we want to live in. And on that note, we're wrapping up this deep dive into the fascinating world of silicone bodysuits. It's been an amazing journey exploring where technology, identity, and self-expression all meet. So until next time, stay curious, keep exploring, and remember, transformation is a journey, not a destination.
And never be afraid to embrace your true self.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Thanks for joining us, everyone, and we'll see you on the next deep dive.